than Carlos Maslatón. Carlos, welcome back to the show. It is always a pleasure having you. How are you doing on this Monday morning? Before we get into this morning's stories, I want to talk about the price action we're seeing right now. Really quick, Bitcoin reached all-time highs not long ago. We're currently sitting around 119.
Give me 1 second. I have a technical issue here. It's okay.
Sure,
okay.
No problem.
We can continue.
Take
okay.
care of that, no problem. We'll continue. Okay.
Everything is in
Bitcoin
order
right
now. So Bitcoin.
Perfect.
I like very much what Bitcoin is doing in the markets. We are again in the level of $119,000. 2 weeks ago, we reached to the level of $123,000. That was, as you all know, the all-time high. I mentioned that I am waiting for 2 new heights. One was 138,000, and the second one, that is my preferred one, is 159,000. I still expect the market move to 159,000, and that's in the short term. Short terms in this regards means 2 months from now, no more than that. So
wow.
I expect that by the month of September, BTC will reach the level of 159,000. That will not be the end of the story, of course. We will probably see a retracement to the downside in that moment, in that level, to continue to the upside after some weeks of technical consolidation. Every time we reach a new high, the market needs to make a retracement for a better consolidation of the new level of price. So I am really very happy with this, not only because I am Bitcoin holder, but because of the views that we have been transmitting from Roxom, although I am speaking only on my behalf, not involving Roxom, but our view in general has been correct during the last months, especially during the lows of April on the 4,000 level. That was a bottom. From that level in April, in March, April, we are very happy to see that we are close to $100,000 again, and expecting 159. But also, if you let me speak about this, Hank, I want to mention also what Solana and Ethereum are doing.
Yeah.
As you all know, Ethereum, it has been very, very difficult for Ethereum to reach new heights during the last 4 years. 4 years. In 2021, Ethereum reached $4,800, and it was almost impossible to this so interesting product to surpass again that all-time high. I believe that at the current level of $3,800, everything is in order to surpass the very old all-time highs from 4 years ago. And in this regard, my expectation also during the next 2 months is ETH to reach $7,100. This is my personal prediction, my personal forecast. Of course, it is always need in this kind of conversation to make like a warning, like a legal warning. This is my personal opinion. I'm not involving Roxom. I am not making any kind of recommendation. So keep in mind that I may be wrong, but this is my sincere personal technical interpretation about what the market is doing. So I expect 159,000 for BTC. I expect 7,100 for ETH. And let me speak about Solana right now. Solana is again close to $200 per unit, 200 per Solana, per coin. And in this regard, and for the same period, that is 2 months from now, I expect Solana to reach the level of $345 each coin. And always, so to recap this, I expect 100 $51,000 for ETH, $7,100 for ETH, and $345 for Solana. This is my short-term view. And of course, as said before, short terms does not mean the end of the story. It is not that in those levels we will see a crash. We will see normal market corrections. The crypto market is really very bullish, still bullish. I know that many people is talking about bubbles. I don't believe that, and not only for fundamentals, but also for technical reasons. It is also very important to keep in mind, Hank, that all the time the market takes weeks, months, or years even to correct, is consolidating a previous movement. And as long as the consolidation is important, and as has been in BTC and Solana and ETH, and takes time, this is like a market behavior that does not correspond to a bubble. If you have an all-time high and then you have 1 year, 2 years correcting, making a downside correction, that and again the market is moving to the upside, that is the proof that we are not in a bubble, in what normally is called a bubble. However, as you can imagine, Hank, it is my view that anything that is going up, you have the right, in brackets, to say that it's a bubble. It's a normal market phrase. This is a bubble. It is going too much to the upside, so it is a bubble. When the market is moving to the downside, other people saying this is a crash, this product is not useful anymore, it will disappear. Many times during the last 15 years, we have seen people all over the world, including very important people. I don't want to mention them, but they were totally wrong. That the normal phrase in here, for example, 2018, 2014, 2020, even in 2022, is that Bitcoin is over and it will disappear. It was a bubble, a technical bubble, like in Holland, like in the Netherlands with the tulips. Okay, the history of BTC has proved that they were not correct, and we are doing everything is going well, in my view. Sorry for being too bullish today, but I am very happy for the market behavior.
Well, we love to hear all that. So with this bullish momentum in mind, a lot of, like you said, there's a lot of, you're feeling bullish. The legislation in the United States feels very bullish right now. What are your predictions for the end of the year prices for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana if we are to stay on this bullish trajectory over the next 5 or 6 months? What are you feeling?
At least for the next 2 months, I expect the 3 levels I mentioned. That is $7,100 for ETH, $345 for Solana, and $159,000 for BTC. I don't like to think technically speaking, in year periods. If you ask me, what is your expectation for the last day of this year? I don't know. And I don't care about that. Why? Because I expect the 3 main currencies to reach the level I mentioned in 2 months, maybe 3 months. After that, I expect a downtrend, a short-term downtrend, like perhaps 10%, 15%. And perhaps there is a coincidence at the end of the year that the levels of these 3 cryptos will be lower than the level I expect them to reach in September. So I am concentrating more in the next all-time high for the 3 cryptos that I mentioned, Solana, ETH, and BTC, than the price those cryptos will reach in the last trading date of 2025. Perhaps, like it happens in December last year, the last 15 days of the year are for the downside. It may happen. So concentrate best of all, according to my view, in these three objectives. Again, 7,100, 345, and 159. And
So,
then we will
Carlos,
see.
as we're
Call me again in
Yeah.
September and let's see what happened. And at that moment, you can ask me, what is your prediction for October, November, and December? I will be able to respond to you.
Perfect. Let me just write these down so I remember to ask you in 3 months. Bitcoin 158, Ethereum 7,100, Solana 345.
159, 71.
159, even better. And 345, right? Love it.
Thanks very much.
So, Carlos, with all of this additional, we're seeing specifically institutional money coming in to Bitcoin right now, do you feel like the normal cycles, the halving cycles we've seen time and again through Bitcoin's history are still in play? Will they still even happen the same way? Will they happen but maybe be a little less volatile? How do you see that playing out? Or are we entering a whole new phase of Bitcoin's maturation process where its price won't be dictated so much by the so-called halving cycles?
As a technical analyst, I always have to consider the possibility of downtrends.
Sure.
Even with those incredible bullish fundamentals for BTC, even with Michael Saylor speaking all the day in favor of his company and in favor of BTC, corrections in markets cannot be avoided. The fact is that I don't expect the BTC to describe a downtrend of the level of, for example, 2014. You remember in 2014, BTC fall from let me remember, $1,200 to $150. Remember, it's incredible. Those prices I think are very impressive. The bottom of January 2015 was $150, what now costs 100 times more. See? I don't also expect to have a downtrend like the one of 2018. In 2018, we have seen a fall between $20,000 and $3,000. I don't expect that. I expect more moderate corrections. Even living in an historical and an incredible uptrend, my expectation for corrections are not. I cannot be avoided. So I am bullish with corrections, as always happens in all the markets. The same goes for any currency, for the US dollars against the euro, for a commodity like gold or soybeans or copper. The same goes for the Nasdaq 100 or for the S&P 500. The markets moves up and down. Why? Normally there are many explanations, but why not? One of the main reasons to explain why the market is moving in this very difficult way to understand is that the people use leverage. Leverage is what produces the uptrends and the downtrends. That's the sudden uptrends and the sudden downtrends. And also what it is called in the markets, the short selling. Short selling normally is the amount of short selling interest is accumulated in the bottoms of the markets. When the market moves from the downside to the upside, all the people that has been selling short, that is very typical in the New York Stock Exchange or in the Nasdaq, produces an additional uptrend because the people that is short needs to cover their positions. And the same goes when the market is in an all-time high or with many people using leverage. It produces downtrends. So this is how market have been moving during the last 400 years in the days of the first stock exchange in the Netherlands. All the history of the U.S. stock exchange proves what I am trying to describe in my own words how the market behaves.
Yeah, And we certainly appreciate your insight and expertise kind of guiding us through this process every time we have you on the show, Carlos. So we certainly appreciate you. Before we let you go, we've talked about where you think Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana is going. We have those new all-time highs. I wrote them on my hand here. Is there anything else our audience out there should be looking at or towards as we move forward to hopefully some new Bitcoin all-time highs here in the next 2 months? Anything we didn't cover?
No, it's okay. My explanation is what I said. Let's speak in a couple of weeks if you want, and we can continue analyzing the market. But everything is in the good trend according to my desire or according to my analysis. Keep in mind that if you use leverage, you can lose money. And also keep in mind, as I've said many times, that I may be totally wrong. So I am not recommending anything to anyone. Just sharing my views with you, RoxomTV. Yeah. In fact, I am an officer for Roxom, not RoxomTV. I'm very happy to work in this company. In a couple of weeks or in 1 month, we will launch four new products that we will be offering to the general public, except the US residents. We'll be offering the possibility to trade perpetual contracts with leverage, of course, between gold and BTC, perpetual contracts for oil and against BTC, perpetual swaps contracts between S&P 500 and BTC, and perpetual contracts between Nasdaq 100 and BTC. That will be the first time this kind of products are offered, and we hope our products will be very appreciated all over the world and will be a total success. So let's speak about this in, I believe, 5 weeks from now, if you want.
Can't wait, and people can learn. And our audience, if they want to learn more, they can go check it out at Roxom.com. Is that right?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. We are testing the system now, but we will be launching in, let's say, 5 to 6 weeks more.
Incredible. Well, we certainly can't wait here. And we can't wait to have you back on the show again, Carlos. As always, thank you for your time, your insight, and expertise. I know I and our audience always loves having you on the show. And we thank you this morning for making some time for us. And we can't wait to see you again in a couple weeks.
Let's do that. Thanks very much, Hank. Goodbye.
Thank you, Carlos. We'll see you soon. All right, guys.